Two of the world's most beloved rural living traditions just collided, and the result might be the most livable, most affordable, and most jaw-dropping home design gaining momentum in 2026. The rugged soul of the Australian outback homestead, the bold, open-plan power of the American barn, and someone figured out how to fuse them into one single structure that costs a fraction of what a traditional home would run you. But here's what nobody is talking about. This fusion isn't just about aesthetics. There's a specific combination of features from both traditions that, when merged correctly, produces a home that outperforms either style on its own, in comfort, durability, energy efficiency, and raw livability. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that combination looks like, what it costs, and whether it's actually worth building in 2026. Stay with me, because near the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the one design decision that most fusion barndominium builders get completely wrong. And it's the kind of mistake that costs tens of thousands of dollars and years of regret. If you're new here, this channel is dedicated to alternative housing, rural living, and building smarter. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss content like this. And drop in the comments right now. Are you Team Australian Homestead, Team American Barn, or are you already Team Fusion? Let's go. What is a fusion barndominium? Let's establish what we're actually talking about. Because this isn't just someone slapping a wide veranda on a metal building and calling it done. A true fusion barndominium deliberately borrows the defining structural and design DNA from both traditions and integrates them into a cohesive whole. The Australian homestead tradition goes back to the 1800s. Early settlers developed homes that were engineered responses to a brutal, unforgiving climate. The hallmarks are unmistakable: wide wraparound verandas that shade walls from the scorching sun, steeply pitched corrugated iron roofs designed to shed heat and handle heavy rainfall, high ceilings that push hot air away from living spaces, passive solar orientation, meaning the home is deliberately positioned to capture winter sun and block summer heat, rammed earth or thick masonry walls that absorb heat during the day and release it slowly at night, and a deep, respectful connection to the surrounding landscape, with homes that seem to grow out of the land rather than sit on top of it. The American barn tradition took a completely different path. Born from practicality and efficiency, the American barndominium is built around clear-span steel framing that eliminates interior load-bearing walls entirely, soaring ceilings of 16 feet or more, vertical metal siding with dramatic roof lines, exposed structural beams, open concept floor plans centered around a grand great room, oversized windows and doors, and a seamless integration of living space, workshop, and storage under one massive, powerful roof. Now combine those two traditions, and what do you get? You get the climate intelligence and outdoor living mastery of the Australian homestead, wrapped around the structural freedom and spatial power of the American barn. You get thick insulated walls meeting clear span engineering, wide shaded verandas meeting soaring open interiors, corrugated iron and rammed earth meeting polished concrete and exposed steel, indigenous materials meeting industrial efficiency, and the result is a home that is genuinely greater than the sum of its parts. What makes this fusion genuinely different from a typical barndominium is the climate performance. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you specific design features from each tradition that combine to dramatically reduce your energy bills, potentially to near zero. The Australian elements you must keep here's where most people building a fusion barndominium make their first major mistake. They treat the Australian elements as purely decorative a veranda here, some corrugated iron there, rather than understanding that those features are actually high-performance climate engineering. Let me break down the non-negotiables from the Australian homestead tradition. The wide wraparound veranda is not optional. This is perhaps the single most important climate tool in the Australian residential toolkit. A deep veranda of 8 to 12 feet creates a shaded buffer zone that prevents walls from absorbing direct solar radiation. In summer, this alone can reduce internal temperatures by 8 to 12 degrees without touching an air conditioning unit. When paired with the tall sidewalls of an American barn structure, you get shade depth that traditional verandas simply cannot achieve. The corrugated metal roof is non-negotiable too, and here's the beautiful irony: the American barndominium already uses it. But the Australian tradition adds something critical: steep pitch. Australian homesteads use steep roof pitches specifically to create airflow in the roof cavity, accelerating heat escape. American barns tend to use dramatic but sometimes shallower pitches focused on aesthetics. In a fusion design, you want that steep corrugated roof working as a heat exhaust system, not just a visual statement. Passive solar orientation is another pillar. Australian architects have been obsessing over this since the colonial era. The principle is simple. Orient the main living areas to capture low winter sun while shading them from high summer sun. In a standard American barndominium, orientation is often driven by road frontage or site access rather than sun path. A fusion barndominium prioritizes sun orientation above everything else on the site plan, and the energy savings are significant, up to 40% reduction in heating and cooling costs, according to current Australian passive solar research. High ceilings and ventilation are the final Australian must-haves. Traditional Australian homesteads used high ceilings to push hot air away from the living zone, combined with cross-ventilation through opposing windows and doors. The American barn already offers those soaring 16-foot ceilings. When you add the Australian approach of ridge venting, ceiling fans, and strategically placed louver windows, you create a natural convection system that moves hot air out of the building without mechanical assistance. There is one Australian material that costs almost nothing to incorporate, but has been shown to outlast the rest of the building around it. It's been used in homesteads since colonial times. We'll get to exactly what it is and why it's making a comeback in fusion builds. The American barn, elements that change everything. Now let's talk about what the American barn tradition brings to this fusion that Australian homesteads have historically lacked. And this is where things get genuinely exciting. The clear span steel frame is the structural revolution. Traditional Australian homesteads use timber post and beam construction, which, while beautiful and durable, requires internal support walls and columns that constrain your floor plan. The American barndominium's engineered steel frame carries the entire roof load through the perimeter, giving you completely open interior space. In a fusion context, this means you can create the sprawling, connected, multifunctional living spaces that the Australian homestead spirit demands, without the structural compromises. The grand great room concept transforms how you live. American barndominiums center everything around a massive open living, dining, and kitchen hub, with ceilings that make the space feel cathedral-like. When you bring Australian indoor-outdoor living principles into this great room with full-width folding or sliding doors that open the entire end wall onto a deep veranda, you create an indoor-outdoor living experience that neither tradition achieves alone. In summer, the building essentially opens up and becomes a covered outdoor pavilion. In winter, it closes down into a well-insulated thermal envelope. The structural efficiency translates directly into cost savings. American barndominium construction runs 20 to 30% cheaper than conventional stick frame building of equivalent size. In Australia, current data from 2026 puts barndominium builds at approximately 1,800 to 3,200 Australian dollars per square meter for a complete build, compared to 3,500 to 5,500 dollars per square meter for a comparable conventional home. For a 300 square meter fusion barndominium, that cost difference represents savings of $500,000 or more. The shop and multi-use space integration is another American contribution. Traditional Australian homesteads separated functional spaces into pavilions and outbuildings. The American barn brings everything under one roof, efficiently living quarters, workshop, storage, garage, in a way that reduces total building cost and simplifies property maintenance. Now here's where this gets complicated. Merging these two traditions sounds simple, but there are three specific design integration points where these styles actively work against each other, and if you don't resolve them correctly, you end up with a building that captures the worst of both worlds instead of the best. I'll show you exactly what those 3 points are after we talk about costs. Real 2026 costs for a fusion barndominium. Let's get into the numbers because this is always where decisions get made. For context, we're going to build out a 300 square meter fusion barndominium with a 60 square meter deep wraparound veranda. That gives you approximately 3,200 square feet of enclosed living space and 650 square feet of covered outdoor living. This is a serious home. For the shell and structure, the steel frame and roofing kit will run approximately 80,000 to 120,000 Australian dollars. Custom end walls with the Australian-style veranda integration and large folding door systems add another 35,000 to 55,000. Foundation, typically a monolithic concrete slab at around 120 to 180 Australian dollars per square meter, adds 36,000 to 54,000. Assembly and erection runs 25,000 to 40,000. Shell total lands between 176,000 and 269,000 Australian dollars. Interior finishing at mid-range quality runs approximately 1,000 to 1,400 Australian dollars per square meter for the 300 square meter enclosed space. That's 300,000 to 420,000 for the interior. The veranda structure and finishing adds another 20,000 to 40,000. Additional costs including permits, site preparation, well or water connection, septic system, driveway, and solar system, because any serious fusion barndominium should have off-grid solar capability built in, add 60,000 to 120,000. Total range for a complete, move-in ready 300 square meter fusion barndominium with veranda, 556,000 to 849,000 Australian dollars. For the same home built conventionally in a comparable rural setting, you would expect to pay 900,000 to 1.6 million. You are saving real money here potentially, $400,000 to $750,000 on a single build. In the United States, a comparable fusion barndominium in a rural setting runs approximately 280,000 to 480,000 USD all in, compared to 450,000 to 800,000 for a conventional custom home of equivalent size and quality. The 3 design conflicts and how to solve them. Alright, this is the section I promised you. The 3 design points where these 2 traditions create genuine conflict and how the best fusion builders are resolving them in 2026. Conflict 1. Roof pitch versus structural span. Australian homesteads demand steep roof pitches for ventilation and heat management. American barns use engineered steel frames that perform best at moderate pitches for maximum clear span efficiency. The solution that's emerging in quality fusion builds is a dual-pitch system, a steep corrugated outer roof with a separate insulated ceiling deck below, creating an active ventilated roof cavity that exhausts heat in summer while maintaining full structural span efficiency. This adds approximately $15,000 to $25,000 to the build, but delivers measurable climate performance benefits. Conflict 2. Thermal mass versus steel structure. The Australian homestead tradition relies heavily on rammed earth or masonry walls for thermal mass, that slow absorption and release of heat that keeps the building stable in temperature. Steel frame buildings have virtually zero thermal mass. The fusion solution is to incorporate rammed earth feature walls internally, specifically on the northern and western walls, while maintaining the steel frame structure for the rest of the building. This is where that colonial-era material I mentioned earlier comes back in. Rammed earth genuinely outlasts everything else around it and performs beautifully in passive solar design. Incorporating 60 to 80 linear meters of internal rammed earth walls adds roughly $30,000 to $50,000, but eliminates much of the heating and cooling cost for the life of the building. Conflict 3. Openness versus privacy. American barndominiums embrace full openness, with great rooms that feel like public spaces. Traditional Australian homesteads created a clear distinction between public entertaining areas and private family zones, using the pavilion layout concept. The fusion solution is what designers are calling the zoned barn. The steel-framed great room serves as the public heart of the home, while private bedroom and bathroom zones are built as a separate insulated timber-framed pod within the steel shell. This hybrid construction gives you the open public spaces of the American barn alongside the private, climate-stable sleeping environment of the Australian homestead. There is one more thing, separating a truly great fusion barndominium from one that just looks the part. And it has nothing to do with construction. It's about the land itself, and why the site selection for a fusion build is fundamentally different from either a standard barndominium or a traditional homestead. Let's get into it. Site, lifestyle, and the honest verdict. Site selection for a fusion barndominium is non-negotiable, and this is where the Australian tradition completely takes over. You need to know your sun path before you know your floor plan. The building must orient its main glazing to capture northern sun in the southern hemisphere, or southern sun in the northern hemisphere. You need to understand prevailing winds for cross ventilation. You need slope and drainage for your veranda system. And you need enough land to let the building breathe a fusion. Barndominium needs space to be fully experienced. Rural land in Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria, where this fusion concept is gaining most traction in Australia, runs $200,000 to $800,000 Australian dollars for 10 to 100 acres of suitable acreage. In the American South and Midwest, where the barndominium tradition is strongest, 5 to 20 acres of rural land runs $50,000 to $300,000 USD depending on location. Now the honest verdict. A fusion barndominium is not for everyone. It requires more thoughtful design than a standard barndominium. You cannot just order a kit and figure out the details later. The Australian homestead elements demand climate-conscious design decisions that need to be locked in before the slab is poured. Getting this wrong means a building that looks beautiful but performs poorly. It is also not the cheapest path to alternative housing. If budget is the primary driver, a standard Quonset or basic barndominium will get you there faster and cheaper. The fusion approach is for people who want a home that performs beautifully in its climate, connects deeply to its landscape, and delivers a genuinely distinctive lifestyle, not just a cost-reduced shelter. But for those people, there is genuinely nothing quite like it. Standing in a great room with 18-foot ceilings, looking through full-width folding doors onto a deep shaded veranda, feeling the passive solar warmth in winter and the cross-ventilation coolness in summer, with rammed earth walls holding the temperature steady, is a home that feels alive and intentional in a way that very few buildings ever achieve. If you made it this far, you're serious about this. So here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below telling me which element from each tradition you would prioritize in your own fusion build. Is it the wide Australian veranda, the clear span American great room, the passive solar orientation, the rammed earth walls? Let's build this conversation. If this video gave you value, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people looking for honest alternative housing content. And subscribe if you haven't yet, because the next video is going to go even deeper. We're doing a full cost comparison between a fusion barndominium, a standard Quonset, and a traditional homestead build, same size, same location, real numbers. You do not want to miss that one. Until then, build smart, build free.